Students, whatever homework is given to you, you have to submit it on the very next day between 8 am to 1 pm to the given WhatsApp number, and it is compulsory to submit your homework as your attendance will be marked on the basis of your submission.
Good morning, students. How are you? Hope you are doing well at your home. Okay, as we have decided, we are going to start our new chapter in today's lecture, that is Science Chapter 1, Chemical Reaction and Equations. Okay, it's a chemistry chapter. Okay, the topic which we are going to do in this chapter is all about the chemical reactions and chemical equations. Okay, how we will represent any chemical equations, what types of things are involved in a chemical equations, what different types of chemical reactions are there. Okay, there are too many chemical reactions exist, but out of them some of the basic or fundamental chemical reactions we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, which is the later topic of this session. Okay, so let's start with our first topic, that is chemical reaction. Okay, so what is chemical reaction? Okay, you have came across various types of chemical reaction taking place in your daily life, at your home or outside. Okay, you have observed many such things. Okay, so generally we are starting with the definition. What is chemical reaction? So you can see on the whiteboard I have written the process that involves the rearrangement of the molecular or ionic structures of a substance is known as chemical reaction. Okay, so that is the definition of chemical reaction. Okay, that is the process that involves the rearrangement of atoms of a molecules and compound, which results in the formation of new molecules and compound from the existing molecules of compound, is known as chemical reaction. Okay, there are various definitions. This is the simplest one to understand actually what is chemical reaction is. Okay, so now let's see the next step, that is changes observed during the chemical reaction. Generally, suppose any chemical reaction is going on. Okay, so during that chemical reaction process, what are the expected changes one should observe or one should see during that reaction are: number one, you can see change in physical state. Change in physical state, that means if your compound that you know, which are the states of matter that we know, it's solid, liquid and gas. Only these three states of matter take part in the chemical reaction. Okay, so if your compound or molecule before the reaction is in solid, liquid or in gaseous state, so after the reaction it may change its states to another form. That means it is solid before the reaction, so after the reaction it will become liquid or gas, anything like that. That means during the reaction change of state of matter take place. Okay, that is the first change we observe. Second, change in color. Okay, that means the molecule or compound, chemical substance you have taken has some specific color, but after the reaction that color may get changed. Okay, which otherwise means before the reaction your compound is colored, so after the reaction it changes to some other color or it will become colorless. So any type of color change is also possible to take place during the chemical reaction. Okay, then third is evolution of gases. Okay, because this thing happened because if you know in our recent say you have seen during the Diwali, what happened, people used to whitewash their walls of home. ठीक है, whitewash means चूना लगाते थे. ठीक है, जैसे चमक चूना करके एक famous substance. ठीक है, so it's a solid substance, but we have observed in our childhood days when we put that stones of limestone, ठीक है, that is चूना limestone, into a water container. ठीक है, suddenly what happened, that water start boiling, and with the boiling of that water you can see the various steam is coming out in the form of gas. So that steam is nothing but the CO2 gas, carbon dioxide gas. Because limestone, when we put limestone in a container containing water, so decomposition reaction take place. One type of decomposition reaction take place of limestone, and due to that decomposition reaction of limestone, what you get calcium oxide and CO2 gas. Calcium oxide and CO2 gas, and that CO2 gas comes out in the form of steam. Okay, so that is the one thing what I am saying, the evolution of gases also take place during the reactions. Okay, now the last change which is expected is change in temperature. Again the same reaction, because before adding the limestone in a container containing water, it was very low, ठीक है, normal temperature था. लेकिन as soon as I add that limestone into that container, as soon as that reaction take place, after some time you can see the whole container walls which are there, container का जो surrounding area है, you can feel the warmness. And if you by mistake you touch the solution or you can touch the container from outside, you can feel the heat. So that is nothing but a tremendous raise in the temperature has taken place due to that chemical reaction of limestone with water. Okay, so these are the 4 expected changes which are generally take place during the chemical reaction. Let's recall them one by one again. The first one is change in physical state, in which your state of matter will change its state from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, or any other option. Then change in color, okay, during the reaction color change also take place. Then third is evolution of gases, okay, various types of gases from the solid reactants also take place. And the fourth one is change in temperature. Okay, before and after the reaction your temperature may get changed while any chemical reaction is going on. Okay, so these are the second related topic about chemical reaction. Now let's move on to our third related topic, that is representation of a chemical equation. Because whenever any chemical reaction take place, you must be knowing we are supposed to write the equation for that, and that equation is known as chemical equation. So whenever you write any representative form of chemical reaction, that representative form of chemical reaction is known as chemical equation, and that we are going to learn now. Okay, so basically when we write any chemical reaction, what are the basic terms which are involved in that writing any chemical reaction, that you can see on the whiteboard which I have written. Okay, you can see the left side. When we write any chemical equation, that is this arrow is the center part of your chemical equation. And if you stand here, you can see this is my left side and this is my right side. Okay, so whatever the things are written on the left side of an arrow, they are generally known as reactants. Okay, and the things which are written on the right side of the arrow, that is always termed as product. That means आपकी chemical reaction जब आप draw करते हो, so chemical reaction का जो arrow है, that is your center part. उस arrow के left side में आप कुछ भी लिखोगे, all those things are going to be reactants of your chemical equation, and whatever things you are going to write on the right side, that means this side. Okay, all those chemical substances are going to be termed as product for the chemical reaction. Okay, so these are the basic terms. Okay, for example, I have written one equation. Okay, and that equation is Mg plus O2 gives MgO. That means magnesium metal on reaction with oxygen gas, which is a combustion reaction, one type of combustion reaction. This is, so what will form? Metal oxide formation take place. So due to reaction of magnesium metal with oxygen gas, what you get is magnesium oxide as a product. So you can see magnesium metal and oxygen gas, they are on the left side of your arrow. So that means they are going to be the reactants for your chemical equation. And you can see the MgO, this is on the right side of your arrow. So that means it is going to be the product for your chemical equation. So basically what you have to keep in your mind is, whatever the arrow is there in the chemical equation, its left side part is always going to be reactant part, and its right side part is always going to be its product part. Okay, then apart from this, you can see some of the points I have written down. That is, reactants are always in the left side, which you have just learned. Products are also written right side, again, which we have learned just now. And the third thing which is important, that if more than one reactant or products are involved in the reaction, then plus sign is placed between them. That means whenever your equation, your chemical reaction involving more than one product or more than one reactant, so what you have to do, you have to keep the plus sign. Compulsory you have to write the plus sign between the two reactants or two products or more reactants or more product to show that there are involvement of more than one or more than two reactants or product taking place in the chemical reaction. reactants of product को शो करना हो केमिकल रिएक्शन में तो आपको उन्हें प्लस साइन थ्रू शो करना होता है. So that is the thing about the representation of chemical reaction. So we have studied the three topics. That is first we learn about the definition of chemical reaction. Then we learn about the changes which are expected to be taking place during the chemical reaction. And third, that is representation of a chemical reaction. Okay? And this all are the objective topic which you have to keep in your mind for objective purpose. Okay? I hope you got the topic. Okay, let's start our next topic of today's lecture. Our next topic is how we will balance any chemical equation. Suppose any chemical equation is given to you, so and they want you to balance it. So what are the steps you have to follow while balancing the chemical equation? Okay, so right now I am going to do one sum in front of you. Okay, you have to follow these steps which I am going to do here. Okay, suppose this any one chemical equation is given to me. That is iron on reaction with water gives iron oxide and dihydrogen gas. Okay, it's a simple acid base reaction. That is reaction of metal with water gives metal oxide and dihydrogen gas. Okay, so here as a metal iron is getting reacted with water to gives iron oxide and dihydrogen gas. Okay, now before balancing the chemical reaction you supposed to understand the two terms. That is what is balanced chemical equation and what is unbalanced chemical equation. Now you know very well that any chemical equation has two sides. That is one left side and one is right side. Left side is known by the name reactant and right side is known by the name product. Okay, so whenever the number of atoms of any molecules or compound taking part in the chemical equation, if they are balanced on the either side, that means left side number of atoms are exactly balanced with the total number of atoms present on the right side, then such chemical equation is known as balanced chemical equation. If they are not balanced, then it is known as unbalanced chemical equation. Okay, अगर किसी भी chemical equation में जो arrow है उसकी left side में जो number of atoms है और उसके right side में जो number of atoms है दोनों balanced हो जाए, so reaction is balanced chemical equation. अगर वो balanced नहीं है, ठीक है, कुछ atom balance है कुछ atom balance नहीं है, so then that equation is nothing but is known as unbalanced chemical equation. ठीक है, पता चल गया? Okay, चलो. So if you see this equation, you can easily observe on the left side you can see it's one iron, it's one Fe, but on the right side it's three Fe. If you talk about hydrogen, on the left side it is two hydrogen, on the right side again it's two hydrogen, so it is balanced. If you talk about oxygen, on left side it's one atom and on right side it's four atom. So we can easily observe that iron and oxygen are not balanced in the given chemical equation. That means this chemical equation is a unbalanced chemical equation. So how I will balance it? So let's see that. Okay, you have to just follow these steps which I am doing. सबसे पहले आपको क्या करना है? First of all, you have to draw the tabular form of this chemical equation, and you have to write in that tabular form whatever the number of atoms that is involved in this chemical reaction. So whatever the number of atoms present on the left side and present on the right side, that you have to write. Okay, how to write? Let's see. So first make the table. Elements. Left hand side, that is our reactant side, and this is our product side. ठीक है, now अब मुझे बताओ इस in this equation which are the different elements you are seeing. Okay, that is one is Fe, one is hydrogen, and third one is oxygen. Okay, so that is Fe, ठीक है, then oxygen and then hydrogen. Okay, these three elements are involved in this chemical equation. Okay, now let's write the number of atoms of this element present on the left side and right side. If we talk about the left side, iron is 1. If we talk about the hydrogen, it's 2, so write 2. Oxygen is 1, so write 1. Right side, Fa is 3, so write 3. Oxygen is 4, so write 4. And hydrogen is 2, so write 2. So what I have done, I draw a table in which I have write the number of atoms of iron, oxygen and hydrogen present on the left side of the equation and on the right side of the equation. Okay, now अब मुझे इसको देखते आइडिया आ जाएगा कि कौन सी चीज मेरी बैलेंस फॉर्म में है या कौन से एटम्स मेरे बैलेंस फॉर्म में नहीं है. ठीक है, so we can easily observe that or visualize that hydrogen is balanced, oxygen and iron is not balanced. ठीक है, now you have to keep one thing in your mind before balancing any chemical equation. ठीक है, what you have to do is that you will always balance that atoms first, ठीक है, which are present in the chemical equation other than oxygen and hydrogen. यानी ऑक्सीजन और हाइड्रोजन के अलावा जो दूसरे एलिमेंट्स के एटम प्रेजेंट है ना, तो सबसे पहले उन्हें बैलेंस करना होता है. So always you will balance the atoms of element other than oxygen and hydrogen present in the chemical equation. So if we see, apart from oxygen and hydrogen, iron is present as a different element. ठीक है, so हम सबसे पहले आयरन को बैलेंस करेंगे. So बैलेंस करने के लिए क्या करना है, सिंपल हिट एंड ट्रायल मेथड. बोलते हैं ना, अंधेरे में तीर मारना है, लग गया तो अच्छा है, नहीं लगा नेक्स्ट ट्राई करेंगे, क्यों नहीं करेंगे, नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन है हमारे पास, ठीक है, हम दोबारा ट्राई करेंगे, है ना. So if we see that left hand side has one iron atom whereas right hand side has 3 iron atom, तो हम क्या करेंगे, सिंपली यहाँ मल्टीप्लाई बाय 3 कर देंगे. So देखो आयरन तो बैलेंस हो गया. Now 1 3s are 3, so iron on left side is 3, on right side also it's 3. Now turn of oxygen and hydrogen. That means जब भी आपको इक्वेशन में बहुत सारे एलिमेंट्स दिए गए, so first of all you balance the atoms of those element other than oxygen and hydrogen. और जैसे वो एलिमेंट्स बैलेंस हो जाए, फिर इट्स द टर्म्स ऑफ ऑक्सीजन फॉलोड बाय हाइड्रोजन. यानी पहले आप दूसरे एलिमेंट्स को बैलेंस करोगे, उसके बाद ऑक्सीजन को बैलेंस करोगे और सबसे लास्ट में एट द लास्ट यू विल बैलेंस हाइड्रोजन. डन. ओके, चलो हम ऑक्सीजन को बैलेंस करना शुरू करते हैं. अब यहाँ ऑक्सीजन है 1 जबकि यहाँ ऑक्सीजन है 4. ठीक है, तो उसे बैलेंस करने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे, मल्टीप्लाई बाय 4. देखो ऑक्सीजन भी बैलेंस हो गए. लेकिन जैसे मैंने इक्वेशन लिखी, ठीक है, लेट्स राइट द इक्वेशन. आवर इक्वेशन इज Fe plus H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2, राइट. दिस इज आवर इक्वेशन. सबसे पहले मैंने क्या मल्टीप्लाई किया, मैंने Fe को 3 से मल्टीप्लाई किया, सो मल्टीप्लाई Fe by 3, चलो ये लिख दिया. फिर मैंने क्या किया, आई हैव मल्टीप्लाई ऑक्सीजन बाय 4. ठीक है, सो यहां मल्टीप्लाई बाय 4 कर दो. लेकिन जैसे आप यहां ऑन द लेफ्ट साइड इफ यू मल्टीप्लाई 4 विद ऑक्सीजन, ऑटोमेटिकली और साइमल्टेनियसली योर हाइड्रोजन इज आल्सो गेटिंग मल्टीप्लाई बाय 4. दैट मींस आपको यहां भी 4 मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा ऑब्वियसली, बिकॉज़ इफ यू आर मल्टीप्लाइंग this left side oxygen by 4 to balance it with right side oxygen, simultaneously your hydrogen is also getting multiplied by 4, which results in 4 2s are 8 hydrogen. That means the hydrogen which was before doing all this was balanced, now after doing all this is not balanced. That means अब आपको हाइड्रोजन को बैलेंस करना पड़ेगा, because you can easily see that on the left hand side you are having 8 hydrogen, whereas on the right hand side you are having only 2 hydrogen. So what you will do to balance it, you will multiply this 2 by 4. Okay, so now it is balanced. If you see that now this equation is totally balanced. On the left hand side your iron is 3, on the right hand side your iron is 3. On the left hand side your oxygen is 4 into this 1, that is 4 oxygen. On the right hand side there are 4 oxygen. Left hand side 4 2s are 8 hydrogen. On the right side there are 8 hydrogen. So now this equation is completely balanced. So this way you have to balance any chemical equation, and this is known as hit and trial method. Okay, let's see one more example now. Okay, our next example is this one. Okay, this is our next example, that is hydrogen on reaction with chlorine gives hydrogen chloride. ठीक है, let's write in symbolic form, that is hydrogen gas on reaction with chlorine gas gives hydrogen chloride. ठीक है, now you can easily see the number of atoms on the left side and right side is not balanced, so we will define this given equation as unbalanced chemical equation. So that means we have to balance this chemical equation. So what are the simple steps I have shown you? Just make a table. ठीक है, first that is element, left hand side, right hand side. ठीक है, टेबल बनाओ. ठीक है, you can see there are only two elements present, that is hydrogen and chlorine. Hydrogen atom on the left side is 2, but on the right side it's 1. Chlorine atoms on the left side it's 2, but in right side it's 1. Now you can see it's very easy to balance such equation. ठीक है, that is multiply this right side by 2 in both the row. You will see that now your number of atoms of hydrogen and chlorine on both sides are equal. So what you have done just write in the chemical equation, that is H2 plus Cl2. Now you can see in the table on the left hand side we have not multiplied with any number, so that means हमें इस side को disturb नहीं करना है. हाँ, but on the right side you can see whatever the numbers of hydrogen and chlorine are there, we have double them by multiply them by 2. So obviously हमें before writing the product we have to write the number 2 in front of that compound. Now you can see easily that this equation is totally balanced. That is H2 on reaction with Cl2 gives 2HCl. Okay. Now let's start with our third example. Our third example is HNO3 on reaction with CaOH twice gives CaNO3 twice plus H2O. If हम words की बात करें, so nitric acid on reaction with calcium hydroxide gives calcium nitrate and water. ठीक है? Now let's see whether the number of atoms on either sides are balanced or not. So it is easily observable that number of atoms on both the sides are not balanced. That means this reaction, this given chemical equation is also an unbalanced chemical equation. That means we need to balance this chemical equation. So what we do, firstly we will draw the table for it. Okay, so let's draw a table. Elements, left side and right side. Left hand side and right hand side. Okay, which are the elements? ठीक है, first of all write calcium. ठीक है, as I said you will write oxygen and hydrogen at the end of the table. ठीक है, हमेशा पहले वो एलिमेंट लिखने जो ऑक्सीजन और हाइड्रोजन के अलावा प्रेजेंट है. ठीक है, so we will start with calcium. So calcium is there, nitrogen is there, then you have oxygen and hydrogen. Okay, so these are the four atoms of four different elements which are present in the given chemical equation. Now let's write the number of atoms present on the left side and right side. Okay, so on the left side you can see calcium is this 1, on the right side calcium is 1. Okay, now if you talk about the nitrogen, on the left side it's 1. ठीक है, but on the left side is 1 and right side की बात करें you can say it's multiplied by 2 because nitrogen is bracket के अंदर है and this whole bracket is multiplied by 2. That means nitrogen is 2 on the right side. Okay, now if we talk about the oxygen, now this is the very interesting thing you supposed to learn, that in this equation nitrogen is present both the reactants. Because till now whatever the example we have done, in those example your oxygen or hydrogen was present in any one reactor, but this equation is little bit different from those equations. Why? Because you can easily see that your oxygen is present in two different reactants. That means oxygen is present in this reactor as well as in this reactor. दोनों reactant में present है. Okay, that means हमें उस तरह से उसे लिखना है, यू विल राइट इट इन ब्रैकेट, हम उसे जानबूझ के ब्रैकेट में लिखेंगे। दैट इज फर्स्ट रिएक्टेंट में नाइट्रो ऑक्सीजन कितने हैं 3 प्लस सेकंड में कितने हैं, देखो इन सेकंड रिएक्टेंट आल्सो दिस ब्रैकेट इज मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 2, दैट मींस ऑक्सीजन इज प्रेजेंट एज 2। ओके, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट दैट साइड, ठीक है, उस साइड की बात करें, सो इन दैट यू कैन आल्सो इजीली सी दैट more than one product contain oxygen atom. Okay, so we have to write for product in the similar way, that is on this in this type in this product your oxygen is, देखो ब्रैकेट के अंदर ऑक्सीजन पहले से 3 है, लेकिन ब्रैकेट के बाद अलग से 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करना है, so what you will get 3 2s are 6, so in first product oxygen present is at 6 and in second product your oxygen is present as 1. Okay, so आपने ये लिख लिया। Then for hydrogen, hydrogen यहाँ किस तरह से present है, it's 1 and in second reactant your hydrogen is 2. Okay, similarly for that your hydrogen is present as only 2. So this is the first tabular representation of your given equation. ठीक है, we have to now you have to balance this. Okay, चलो अब इस equation को हम balance करते हैं, ठीक है। So if you start with calcium, you can see calcium is already balanced on left side and right side, ठीक है, तो उसे भूल जाओ। अब नाइट्रोजन की बात करें, so you can see nitrogen is not balanced. On left side you have 1 nitrogen, on right side you have 2 nitrogen. So naturally नाइट्रोजन को बैलेंस करने के लिए यहाँ आपको मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। क्या क्या आपने मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 किया, सो आपका नाइट्रोजन बैलेंस हो गया, लेकिन जैसे ही आप मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 करोगे सो ऑब्वियसली लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में आपने नाइट्रोजन को 2 से मल्टीप्लाई किया है, दैट मींस आपको यहां भी 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा। तो देखो मैंने लिख दिया 2, मैंने क्यों यहां 2 लिखा, बिकॉज़ मैंने यहां लेफ्ट हैंड साइड के नाइट्रोजन को 2 से मल्टीप्लाई किया, सो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड यहां होती है जहां नाइट्रोजन लिया तो उसको आगे 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करो। आप ऐसे नीचे 2 से मल्टीप्लाई नहीं कर सकते, ये आपको 9th स्टैंडर्ड में सिखाया गया होगा, बिकॉज़ जब भी हम कोई भी स्टोइकियोमेट्रिक कोएफिशिएंट ऐड करते हैं केमिकल इक्वेशन में, सो वी आर सपोज्ड टू ऐड मल्टीप्लाई दोस कोएफिशिएंट इन फ्रंट ऑफ योर कंपाउंड, ठीक है। हम उसको कभी भी लोअर स्क्रिप्ट में नहीं लिखते, नॉट पॉसिबल, बिकॉज़ बाय डूइंग सो योर कंपाउंड फॉर्मुलेशन गेट डिस्टर्ब, आपकी कंपाउंड की जो फॉर्मूला है वो डिस्टर्ब हो जाती है। इसलिए whenever you have to multiply or divide any number with the elements atom, you have to do that with the whole formula of an compound or molecule. Okay, that means हम यहाँ 2 नहीं लिख सकते, तो मैंने उसको रिमूव कर दिया। Okay, लेकिन as soon as I multiply 2 with this HNO3, what happen along with nitrogen? Along with nitrogen, 2 get multiplied with hydrogen and oxygen also. That means लेफ्ट साइड में जो हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन है उससे भी अब 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा। That means ये जो हाइड्रोजन यहाँ है, ठीक है, देखो लेफ्ट साइड वाला हाइड्रोजन ये रहा, ठीक है, that means इस वाले हाइड्रोजन को मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 यहाँ करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज हमारे पास हाइड्रोजन 2 है इन दिस रिएक्टर एज वेल एज इन दिस रिएक्टर, लेकिन हमने ये जो 2 मल्टीप्लाई किया है वो इस वाले रिएक्टर के साथ किया है। That means our 2 will get multiplied with this hydrogen, not with this hydrogen. So देखो मैंने यहाँ 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया। Okay, also with hydrogen your oxygen is also getting multiplied by 2, वो भी कौन सा, this reactor, so हम यहाँ क्या करेंगे, हम यहाँ भी multiply by 2 लिख देंगे, ठीक है। So this is multiply by 2 लिख दिया। Okay, now by doing so you can easily see that nitrogen is balanced, ठीक है, so calcium is balanced, nitrogen is balanced, now it's turn of hydrogen and oxygen. So whenever there is a choice between hydrogen and oxygen, you have to first balance oxygen then hydrogen. तो हम पहले ऑक्सीजन को बैलेंस करेंगे, ठीक है। so अगर हम ऑक्सीजन की बात करें, see 3 2 6 plus 2, so टोटल ऑक्सीजन कितने हो गए 8, बट अगर हम राइट साइड की बात करें तो 6 plus 1 कितने हाइड्रोजन कितने ऑक्सीजन है 7, that means 1 oxygen is missing, ठीक है। तो नेचुरली उसे बैलेंस करने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे, ये वाला जो 1 है, अब देखो इसे मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी, तो हम क्या करेंगे, जो ऑड नंबर है ना उसे इवन कर देंगे। दैट मींस मुझे एक ऑक्सीजन की एक हाइड्रोजन की सॉरी एक ऑक्सीजन की कमी है ना, सो दैट मींस आई विल मल्टीप्लाई दिस 1 by 2। सो व्हाट बेसिकली व्हाट हैपन, दिस 6 plus this 1 multiplied by 2, so 6 plus 2 कितने हो गए, 8 हो गया. So that means oxygen is now balanced on both these sides. See, 3 2 are 6 plus 2 8, 6, this 1 into 2 2, that is 6 plus 2 8. That means ऑक्सीजन भी बैलेंस हो गया. लेकिन ऑक्सीजन बैलेंस करने के लिए मैंने राइट हैंड साइड के सेकंड प्रोडक्ट वाले ऑक्सीजन को 2 से मल्टीप्लाई किया. So this is your right side second product, this is your oxygen, so multiply it by 2 कर दिया 2 से मल्टीप्लाई. लेकिन जैसे मैं सेकंड प्रोडक्ट को ऑक्सीजन को बैलेंस करने के लिए 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करता हूं तो साइमल्टेनियसली योर हाइड्रोजन इज आल्सो गेटिंग मल्टीप्लाइड. सो दैट मींस आपके राइट हैंड साइड में जो हाइड्रोजन है कितने 2, लेकिन दिस 2 2 जा 4, दैट मींस मुझे यहां भी क्या करना पड़ेगा 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. सो देखो ऑटोमेटिकली जब आप ऑक्सीजन को बैलेंस करके नेक्स्ट स्टेप पे जाओगे ना, आपका हाइड्रोजन खुद ही बैलेंस होके बैठा होगा. सी 1 मल्टीप्लाई 2 प्लस दिस 2 4 हो गया, 2 into 2 4. So this is your final balanced chemical equation. ठीक है, पता चल गया, clear? Okay students, so that's all for today's lecture. ठीक है, in today's lecture what we have learned about the definition of chemical reactions. Then we have learned about the various changes that are expected to be taking place during any chemical reaction. Then we have learned about the representation of any chemical equation. Okay, and after that we have learned how to balance the chemical equation, in which we have done the 3 sums. ठीक है, which are there on your whiteboard. ठीक है, hope you got the topic. It's a very interesting topic. If you solve such equation at your home, it will create a great level of interest in you. Okay, so as a homework what you are supposed to do is whatever the chemical equations are given in the in-text exercise or at the end of the chapter, that is textual exercise. So all those equations you have to balance the way I have shown you in today's lecture. Okay, is it so? You will do that at your home as a homework. Okay, we will see you in the next lecture, that is part 2 of this chapter. Okay, till then take care, bye bye.